Thank you for listening to BizPod with me, Paul.
And me, Rachel.
Our weekly business English podcast where we talk about the news, social media, and hot topics from a business point of view. You'll get a podcast and links to the articles we discuss. This way you can share your thoughts too. Join us as we discuss what's on our minds this week. So the New Year celebrations are over, everyone's back to work. So it's time to start thinking about your summer vacations.
When are you going to stop work again? Yeah.
We're going to be talking particularly about regenerative tourism.
Yeah. How can you be a regenerative tourist?
Well, what is I can't say the word. Regenerative tourism, Rachel.
Hang on. Say it backwards. I always tell my students, if there's a word you find difficult to say, break it up into syllables and do it backwards.
Okay. Regenerative.
So it's tiv, rative, narrative, generative, regenerative.
Well, that's a good skill. That's a good thing to try,
I learned that from my Russian teacher. She taught me that. And it doesn't matter what language it is, whichever word you have in whatever language, if you find it difficult to say, break it into syllables and practice it backwards.
Let me try that again. So, tiv, rative,
narrative,
generative, regenerative tourism. I still can't say it. Anyway, so, what is this tourism thing that we're talking about today?
It's about regeneration, Paul. It's about doing something differently and helping out, really. It's saying don't go to some idyllic beach and sit there drinking cocktails. Go to some small community and help them on the farm, help them with some sort of environmental project, learn some kind of craft or skill,
Okay.
Get off the beaten track.
Get off the beaten track. So are you talking about being a do-gooder?
Well, no, not necessarily. You could learn a skill.
Okay. It sounds like you're talking about being a tree hugger.
No. Let me give you an example, right? If I could go somewhere and be on holiday, but also learn how to do a new craft or a new skill, like shoemaking, I would love to know how to do that.
Okay.
Oh, it would be fantastic.
Okay. So rather than a traditional vacation where you're visiting a city or a location and you're going to the restaurants, you're going to the museums.
You're just consuming. You're
going to go and learn how to... Didn't you do a pottery course?
Oh, but that wasn't a holiday. That was after work.
Okay.
But no, this is basically saying, don't go to a city where everybody's going to be there and add to the environmental problems and the waste and the pollution. Go somewhere off the beaten track, maybe do something that improves you, improves the people you're visiting, improves the environment.
Do something different.
Do something good.
Okay.
So you're not necessarily a tree hugger.
Okay.
You can be a tree hugger if you want. I'm sure there's a holiday where you can go and hug trees. You can go and plant trees. But I think it's basically a vacation with a twist.
Vacation with a twist?
Yeah.
Okay. Talking of vacations with a twist, I don't know whether this sort of counts as regenerative tourism. Mm-hmm. One of my students recently went on a vacation to Denmark, I think it was.
Yeah.
Was it Denmark? One of the
Netherlands,
North. One of the big
Scandinavian.
Scandinavian countries. As far north as you can go. Maybe it was like Finland or one of those. I can't remember. Denmark, Finland, Sweden. My geography is terrible. Anyway, saw the Northern Lights.
Wow.
The Aurora Borealis.
That's not regenerative.
It's not, is it?
No.
Really? Thinking about it, no.
That's just bog standard normal tourism.
Ah, right, okay. That's because that's what I would really love to do that.
Yeah, but that's not regenerative. You're not helping out, yeah?
What about if you went there and you sort of helped someone build an igloo?
Do they have igloos? I think you're being very, very prejudiced here, Paul.
Okay.
nor is it stereotypical.
Very stereotypical.
It says here, it's time for travellers to shift towards a more sensitive and responsible form of travel. Okay, so enhance the well-being of places and the people who live in them, unlike mass tourism, which often strains resources and compromises residents' quality of life.
Okay.
Anyway, so you've got to support local economies, preserve cultures, and nurture the environment.
Okay.
So
Makes sense.
how visiting the Aurora Borealis did it support the local economy, preserve culture, or nurture the environment?
Well, I think any kind of tourism sort of supports local economies if you spend your money in local businesses. If you stay in a big hotel chain, no. But if you stay in a local hotel, eat local restaurants, you are supporting the economy of the local community a little bit.
Cities get so big. I mean, how big, there's big and there's local.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you're right. The Aurora Borealis example is not a good example of regenerative tourism.
No.
But I'm going to go one day anyway.
Okay. But anyway, what do you think about this overall idea? I mean, because a lot of companies, people are going back to work.
Yeah.
The companies are glad to get things going again, new year, new targets, and all their employees are going, oh, can I book my holidays, please? And it's like, oh, for crying out loud, you just had 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Do you think companies could encourage people to do?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, companies could possibly give their employees extra days off to go and do good for
I was thinking that.
Society.
Saying, well, you take half out your holidays, we'll give you half paid on condition that your holiday is...
Yeah, doing some good, giving back to
prove
something.
to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they could promote that as part of the company, couldn't they? Yeah.
I think some people would enjoy that kind of holiday.
Yeah.
But I think others would prefer, the traditional sitting on a beach.
Some people
clubbing,
just need to go brain dead, don't they?
Yeah. Drinking.
But what about families? It'd be difficult if you've got kids for some of these things. How would you entertain the kids?
Yeah, you've got to entertain the kids as well. It's not going to be for everybody,
No.
I don't think.
And I would worry that these traditional cultures and these little places would then turn into tourist hotspots all over again.
Yeah.
So you'd lose the true nature of,
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
small town feel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I honestly don't know. But I do know that most people have just gone back to work. It's the first week after the Christmas holidays, and most people will be thinking about where should we go for our summer vacation.
I had lessons today. I spoke with one lady who was going to go to Bulgaria. She's already planning that. I spoke to another lady who was talking about going to India scuba diving. So, it's definitely on people's minds.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's the cold. They're thinking about the warmth already. They've had enough of the snow and the ice and whatever.
I don't know what it is. I think it's just the time of the year when people start, new year, new holidays to plan, new adventures to have. Yeah. And a lot of people, I think for vacations, you tend to have to plan quite a few months in advance.
What about if you've got a dog? We've got a dog. We go everywhere with our dog.
Yeah, of course we do. Brinkley comes everywhere with us.
What kind of holiday do you think people, a specific dog holiday? We've got some friends who've got a holiday rental. If you want to go a place where they particularly welcome people who've got dogs, that's what they specialise in. They have 6 dogs themselves, don't they?
Yeah.
Ranging from very, very small to absolutely huge. Yeah. And also they've got a couple that are deaf dogs.
Deaf dogs, that's true,
But they welcome people to stay, don't they, who've got dogs.
Well, we know Brinkley, our dog, loves to go swimming. So we try and go on holiday where there's water.
A lake, as a real water baby.
A lake, a river, the sea, somewhere where he can look at the water and go, I'm going in the water. He gets really excited.
Yeah, so he dictates our holiday.
Yeah. I think he also enjoys just chasing things.
He does.
Chasing things across a field or through a forest.
Yeah. Be that an animal or a frisbee.
Yeah.
Yeah. He likes camping too.
He does. He loves being in a tent.
Yeah.
He's very protective of his tent.
He is. He likes to have his own space in the tent.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, but I mean, can you have a regenerative holiday with the dog?
Well, every holiday with Brinkley is regenerative.
Oh, that's nice. Did you hear that, Brinkley? Brinkley's sat here, by the way.
Of course he goes everywhere with you, doesn't he?
He's my shadow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, well, whatever you're planning for your vacation in 2025.
Yeah, I bet you're already thinking about it.
We certainly are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let us know what your plans are.
Yeah.
And we'll see you again next week.
We will. And a special guest.
Oh, is that next week?
Next week. I don't know whether we're recording it next week or we're playing it next week. I think we're recording it. So
it might be a few weeks before it's out.
Yeah, but we are going to be having a special guest, a fellow podcaster. Yeah. So exciting times. New BizPod, new year.
Yeah, with guests, it's going to be interesting, and we'll have to see how many other guests we can get on our podcast in 2025.
Yeah, that might be nice. Okay. Yeah. All right then. Bye everybody.
Bye. Thanks for listening. We hope you liked our podcast, and please don't forget to subscribe and stay connected with us. Until next time, goodbye.